Every once in a while, I start meditating on the meaning of sentience. When we think about the five elements being like stones, um, that consciousness itself is light, which is not an element. And the removing of the light from the elements in order to return the light from which, to a new, having gone through its journey, having made its changes, and having become an increase to what sent it out. Um, you think about, is there consciousness in speech? How often are you really identifying with what you're saying? How often are you really identifying with what you're doing? Right, identifying with your motivation, um, even identifying with your form or your, we have the element of space, which is the least stony of the elements, the spaciousness, but yet it's still an element. And there are two types of space, actually. When we talk about the words, there's the space that's the element, and then there's the space that's beyond the element, in which there's still light, but or there's not. And so I was thinking about that and the idea of sentience and the idea of all of the different religions that talk about the final cut between the winners and the losers. And, Shitty going out there to try to get all of the sentient beings out of the hellfire, out of the hells. But what makes somebody not sentient? I mean, is there sentience and singularity? If the AI becomes conscious, is it sentient consciousness? Well, that's why Maitreya is going to be in the machine. Because when you think about his world, there's no mothers and fathers, there's only the male gender. So, think about things like that.